What is up, mages? It is I, your wintry neighborhood Winterspell. I welcome you back to another episode of Doctor Who. Hogwarts Legacy. Hope you guys are doing great today. Hogwarts Legacy. There we go. Alright, so last time we joined Hogwarts, we went through the tutorial, and, you know, we did all the first stuff.
Revelio.
We got this. Let's follow Professor Weasley. We gotta go to our first two classes today. Charms and... what's the other one? I think it's Defense Against the Dark Arts.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Well then walk faster, lady. Haven't figured out what that is yet. So I put a few more hours into the game last night.
Ah, good timing.
And I'm really enjoying
Perfect
it.
opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Alright, so Foo Flames are our fast travel mechanic. So, as we walk by them, we unlock them. And we'll unlock them in Hogsmeade as well, and in the Highlands. Really, I am really enjoying this game. Like, it's awesome. I learned a few more spells last night. I did some side quests. I'm really loving it. Also, might have learned a little trick for making things easier. Once we get Accio, there's going to be flying pages, you know, kind of hanging around the school.
And here we are. Quite the time saver.
And
These stairs lead directly
you got to use
to Central
Accio
Hall.
on them to get them down and put them in your book. See,
can get
I was
yours
aiming
anywhere
like
in the
this
castle
the whole
quickly
time.
from Central Hall.
I didn't know I could lock onto it. Like, see, there's a flying page. You can see it to the right.
Always something happening here.
Use Accio to
It's
get
the
those
heart
down.
of
It
the
fills
hive.
your field guide.
King's Cross
Like I said, I
Station.
was following it like this, trying to hit it with Accio. I didn't know I could just, you know, lock onto it.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you,
Thank
Professor.
you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first
Funny
day,
thing is, my other
and you
character
have
is looking a
much
lot
to
more
learn.
like the Doctor than this one
Happily,
is.
your professors have agreed to create
For a while, he was
additional
looking like Tom
assignments for you
Baker, and I thought it was
outside of
hilarious.
class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
You did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your
Honestly,
ears
I
must have
love
been
these
burning.
two.
Oh?
Yes.
Fig, like I said before, is just like that awesome grandpa that's always down to hang out with you, and he's got all these great stories, and he's teaching you stuff.
I'm afraid I can't take all the
He's a
credit
very
there,
warm
Professor.
person, and I appreciate
They've a
him.
rare
And Professor
aptitude
Weasley just has
for
a
magic, it
fantastic,
seems.
just like mom energy to her.
Well,
That I'm like, you know what? I bet she
Perfect
gives great hugs, always has snacks, and has a lot to teach people. I'm like, you know what? You're a nice
I wouldn't
person,
say I
and I
chose
like
the
you.
dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig?
I
to
really like
explain
people
the
that have
details
parent
of the
energy.
field guide's map?
Because
Of
they
course.
tend to be
Thank you.
really nice people, really giving, generous, you know,
Good
just
luck today.
wise, kind
And
people.
remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
All right. Oop. Yes, Professor.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map?
Ooh.
Unfold it and have a look.
Alright, so I can track my quests. I'm going to track the Charms quest, because I want to get Accio as soon as possible.
Find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Honestly, I'm really glad that this game is not set in the same time as Harry Potter.
Lumos.
I like that it's separate, because it gives us a chance to, one, not be like overshadowed by Harry himself and his friends, but also gives us the chance to... It gives us the chance to really just be on our own, come into our own. And I appreciate that. And also the fact is, again, like I said before, I really like the Wizarding World, but I'm not always the biggest fan of, like, Harry and his friends and all that. Like, they're okay, and the story was good, but I could take it or leave it, end of the day. But the world itself I really love, especially after exploring it so much yesterday and the day before. So I like the fact we're able to kind of live in it ourselves. And this is where you can get a side quest.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted.
This is one of our prefects in Hufflepuff.
I'm actually balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty.
So we're going to do this. We're going to show off a little side
painting?
quest.
I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come.
Alright, first off, let's check my gear. Ah, yes. So your gear raises your defense and your offense. And you can raise that pretty quickly, and I appreciate that. You get a fedora later that looks really cool. There we go. Now we're looking a bit more like the Doctor. Doctor. Alright, so let's go take a look.
Illuminating that
Lumos.
solves the mystery.
That spot must be a clue.
So after
look
this
around
quest,
in
you'll
case
find
it's
these
nearby.
all around. Use Lumos on these paintings, and then go find the place where it kind of looks like the painting. It's supposed to be around here,
Let's
I thought.
get you back to your frame, little moth.
Good. You'll find a moth, as they're attracted to the wand. Then just shoot him on there.
Connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Ah, you're up here, aren't you, Lenora?
When my mother was here, it was a different setup.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
And through your side quests, you can unlock new cosmetics and even some new gear. So I suggest completing as many side quests as you can. Because simply put, it's going to help you.
I'm convinced I'm the only one.
Revelio.
There's a flame. I'll also definitely say, after exploring as much as I have in Hogwarts past couple of days, honestly, I would be very happy here. This place is kind of... honestly, it's kind of exactly where I'd love to hang out. The really comfy looking rooms, it's big, it's quiet. All the books that are around, honestly, I'd probably never want to leave Hogwarts. And also the fact, you know, you're learning magic. So this kind of place is right up my alley. And it's honestly just such a beautiful structure.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
I'm so sorry. I cannot do this for all eternity.
Revelio. Lumos.
Huh. Like I said, use Revelio all over this place as you can. By the way, we're calling the wand the sonic screwdriver. It's just happening. Deal with it. Going upwards.
Revelio. Lumos.
There you are. Alright, let's go take care of you. There we are.
Watch yourself.
Alright, let's check. By the way, as you fill in these pages, you'll also unlock rewards. And as you fill out quests. Pretty much as long as you fill out these challenges, you'll unlock things. For example, we've unlocked the Regalia Spectacles. We'll unlock the gloves when we find 8 more. It's really cool. They obviously put like a lot of time and effort into this game, and I think it shows.
Revelio.
That probably isn't supposed to be there, but that's probably a reference to the books when they were making the Polyjuice potion.
You can't imagine how
Revelio.
Still don't know how to open those. I assume this is the girls' room. That's probably why I can't open doors. Now this is Professor Fig's classroom.
Revelio.
We'll need to be here later.
Professor Roland tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
some of us don't necessarily want him to.
Revelio.
Alright, let's check our new cosmetics. Nice, puts our offense up by 3. Ooh, I like this! We're gonna keep that equipped. And our hat. Raise our defense by 2.
And then the werewolf...
Revelio. Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes.
And there, of course, is
I shall cheer for the boy who
Peeves.
says you're telling
I'm not
lies.
telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was
Apparently
Basil
they
Flack.
can't get rid of him
It's a
because he's
golden
tied to
thing. Was the
Hogwarts
Minister
itself.
a boot or the Minister a flat? In trouble you will be, but you can't get Peeves to smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a...
There we go. It is sometimes a little rough to find things in Hogwarts.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
And here is one of our friends that we get to meet.
Hello,
And she
I
is a
met you.
delight. Not
So
Sai
you are the
Onai.
new student.
She's the daughter of
Have
the
you met
new
Professor
divination
Ronan
teacher. We call her Natty.
Shall we begin?
So she is an
Welcome to
absolute
Year 5 of charms.
delightful
Now,
young
this
lady.
will be a
She's one of
crucial
the
year
2
in
friends
your
we're going to
education
meet
on the
before
art
we get
of
to
charm
Hogsmeade.
work. But
The other
I
one we're
am
meeting in
confident
the Defense Against the
you
Dark
take
Arts
hold
class.
with a passion
And honestly,
and rigor
I'm excited to
requisite of such a
to show you that guy
challenge.
too,
Right.
because
Now,
the
everyone,
man's a
please
real
open your
friend, and we
textbooks
see that
to
later.
page 517. But before we
This is
begin,
Professor Ronan,
can
Ronan,
anyone
the
here
charms
tell me
professor.
the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
So apparently this professor is very popular.
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
This class, honestly, these classrooms just look so nice. Alright, here is Accio. It's going to be an incredibly useful spell for us.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Accio is one of those spells I kind of just keep equipped. Because it's just a good idea to have it. Because you're going to be using it constantly. Those pages are everywhere. Like, I'm not kidding. They're absolutely everywhere.
I've always found that fun goes hand
God,
in
the
hand
grounds
with
are
mastery,
beautiful.
as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree.
I can't wait till I
So,
get my broom, honestly.
what
That's going to be
better
awesome.
than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Honestly, I'd probably hang out with Professor Ronan. He's a pretty cool guy.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, Accio on one of the spheres. That's it! Not to worry. Now, think of this like got excellent control there. Splendid!
There we go.
Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Gotta get the balls as close as possible without making them fall off.
Here we go! That is how it's done. I'm not here, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Ho-ho! Take that, Natty!
That's it!
Be sharp. There we go.
Well, I'm already ahead. Oh, 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 oh! Ah!
Let us do this. Yes!
Accio.
Really?
10 behind.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Alright, it's gonna make this a little more difficult.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
Awesome.
But they really do have some great characters in this game. A lot of really sweet, wonderful people.
Here we go!
Well, really?
Don't lose your composure.
Watch this.
I did a lot better last time I tried this.
That is how it's done.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Very good.
Oh, phew.
Let us do this. Yes!
Wow, I am sucking this time.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
I won last time. But just didn't work this time, unfortunately. Which is okay.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first started.
So she also transferred in. She transferred in from Uganda.
Just before my 4th year.
Because her mother was asked to be the teacher here.
Before I knew it,
but she seems to very much like Hogwarts.
At a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk. Until next time.
Of course. You can.
Well, if you're women's.
If you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
Yes, sir.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
The special assignment he's going to give us will be Reparo, which is going to be something we need before we head off to Hogsmeade. Pop over to the classroom. So a lot of really cool spells they have you learn.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token.
So this is Professor Hecat, our Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, who, to the best of my knowledge, is not trying to kill the students, which is unusual for a teacher. That's Defense Against the Dark Arts. Honestly, I love her. She's a tough old bird, and she's just like, look, I'm old, but I can wreck you. Deal with it, kids. So I appreciate her very much.
Age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No?
See, she just has no F's left to give, and I love this woman.
The value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Alright, now we got our Levioso. Another really great spell for combat. Also, it's a great spell to use around the castle. There are certain
Now, let's try something a little
statues that
larger.
will give us pages when we cast Levioso on them.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise. Good. Now, well.
So this is one of the most fun things you can do. Cast Levioso and just make people flip around in the air as you just smack them with magic missile. It is honestly absolutely hilarious.
Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you.
And here's our second friend that we get, Sebastian Sallow. He's an experienced duelist in Slytherin.
Basic cast.
And honestly, like I said,
You may begin.
we'll meet this guy and do some stuff with him later. And he's a real good friend. I really like him.
Lucky. Nothing lucky about it. Good form. I know. Stupid. There you go.
So this is kind of the basics of dueling. You can also use Accio to bring them to you. And it's pretty fun.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
So yeah, honestly, really cool dude. Love Sebastian, one of my favorite characters.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Heckard. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall
Honestly,
reach out
I really
soon with
like the
additional
characters they put in this game. There's a lot of really cool people, and I appreciate them.
That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice
Sup,
work.
Sebastian?
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you.
Aye, aye.
If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining
That
a
is
secret
kind of true,
dueling club,
though.
or sneaking into the restricted section of the library. You just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere
Everyone's so
unsanctioned.
freaking polite. I
We'll
love
see if
it.
your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
All right. And we leveled up, too. Alright, so they want us to hit that. Nice. I think that just unlocked one of my favorite glove skins. Oh, it did! The legendary gloves! Honestly, this is the glove skin I'm still using. And I have unlocked a bunch. Because that just looks good. That's pretty good for a Ravenclaw. There we go. Yeah, we'll keep this hat for now. Alright, let's go to the map. We've got a fair distance to go.
Revelio.
So let's actually walk there. So that way we see any flying pages, we can add them. Honestly, I think we look pretty cool. Oh, here we are. Oop. Little hard sometimes to use the map. I swear, I don't get the doors in this place.
Revelio.
Yeah, that dragon's breathing fire. Should be a flying page over here.
Ended up with a hedgehog. Not terribly comfortable to sleep on, I'd imagine. I'm not looking.
God, it's so much easier to do that after I realize I could lock onto it.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that creature was.
I really was just running around trying to do that by hand. God, I feel stupid.
Revelio.
Honestly, the flying pages was the thing I hated the most. Until I realized I could do that. Now I don't mind them at all. Again, our dear Winterspell is not always the cleverest person. Just not. But I figure out a lot of things through trial and error. Oh, this is pretty.
Revelio.
Got it. This, I believe, is a Slytherin dungeons. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of exploring.
Revelio.
Ooh, hi. Always good to get some galleons. Very cool. More foo flames.
Revelio.
I'm going up, I'm going up. Honestly, this whole place is just so beautiful. Like I said, you're using Revelio a lot. These will come into play later. There's going to be a side quest.
Revelio.
Excuse me, dear. Aha! Huh. Well, that's going to be useful. Alright, we got another tier. We got the Hogwarts gloves. Let's take a look at the quests. And I need to see Professor Weasley after class as well.
Revelio.
Ooh, a fedora! Don't mind if I do. That's the one I was wearing. Yes, I like that one. Always look for flying pages.
Revelio.
A Barufio. It wants me to go down. What? What just happened?
Revelio.
Well, that's something. I didn't know about that. And it gave us a wand handle. Nice.
Pay particular attention to the street.
Revelio.
Clock Tower. We're not doing bad. Now, another reason to be doing these side quests and searching for these pages is because that's how we raise our level. And there are, as it said there, a lot of spells and quests do have level requirements. So it's good to raise our level as much as we can. Also, you know, it pumps up our health.
Revelio.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Levioso.
That's the kind of statue I was talking about. Refined dueling gloves. Yeah, we'll use them. They do look nice. Now let me out.
Revelio.
Alright, this is the boy we have to talk to, Lucan. He's kind of the one that runs this place.
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels.
This guy's got to be like a first or second here.
A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Absolutely.
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree.
It'll be one of my favorite pastimes in Hogwarts.
You could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Absolutely.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
I feel like she's got some hostility issues. So I am not bad at dueling, it seems.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Well, thank you.
Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organize these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought.
Thank you, son.
Hope to see you back here again.
Oop. Alright, got the first Crossed Wands round. Wow, I can speak so goods and stuff. It's a nice handle. I try to clear these when I get them. Alright. Says I've got gear. It must be wand gear because I can't check that yet. Alright. Now... Professor. Got to go to the back of the school now.
Just wait till I've grown a bit, then we'll see how well you do.
Probably still win.
Sorry for your next opponent.
Thank you, dear. Now, Gryffindor is the only, common room I haven't found yet. I found all the other ones.
Revelio.
Yep, gotta go up. Now go down. Oh no, we're going up. Thank you. And we leveled up. Honestly, it's a fun little hunt to find all these pages.
Revelio. Lumos.
Okay.
Revelio.
I just use Revelio constantly, honestly. It's not a bad idea.
Sebastian took that dueling loss rather gamely.
Might want to actually head towards stairs. That might be useful.
Revelio.
There we go. Lovely courtyard here. Absolutely love it. Always looking for pages.
Revelio.
Like I said, my biggest advice when playing this game, explore as much as you can, because there's just so much hidden. It is absolutely worth your time to check around.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
There's the house elf, Deke.
Excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
Oh, quite well.
Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins?
Oh, this woman is on to us.
I wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streamer. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect
You actually get to build your wand. It's a lot of fun.
Your classes well with a borrowed
I
wand,
chose
but
a Rowan wood with phoenix feather, 12 inches long. Swishy.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you.
I'll go with Sebastian because I went with Natty during my playthrough.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Revelio.
All right. Nomad hat. All right. And I did also check it out. When building your wand, it won't matter too much how you build it. It's just going to be preference. Alright. Professor!
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do. And an exceedingly useful one at that.
I feel like this man always has snacks in his robe.
Fixes things right up.
And I appreciate that.
Object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well.
Honestly, I kind of prefer the cast of teachers in Legacy over, the movies and books. Except for, the headmaster. He sucks. Which, is canon from the movies, too. Where Sirius says, yeah, my ancestor was headmaster and he is awful.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Considered the worst headmaster in Hogwarts history. Alright.
This is the right area. Got it.
I got that page. So, to be able to get Reparo, we need to collect a couple of pages. Really not that bad.
Must be around here somewhere.
God, I love knowing I can lock onto these things. Makes things so much easier.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much trouble.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us
Thank
give
you.
the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements.
Honestly, I love utility spells.
Now,
as much as
one
I
at the
like,
ready.
you know, being able to throw fireballs and stuff, utility spells are amazing.
Of your magic.
Awesome.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Fixed it. All right. I believe I can get to Hogsmeade now. Let me check my quests. Plus... honestly, I love the top of the class scarf. I love it. It's the one that I'm using in my playthrough. It's your dorm's colors and has its symbol on it. And it looks really good. Alright, quests. Alright. There's going to be a lot of pages in Hogsmeade as well. Alright, let's go meet Sebastian. Alright.
Revelio.
Always check around. That looks important. Oddly enough, no. By the way, later when you get Incendio, you're going to want to light these torches as soon as you see them.
Revelio.
There we go. There's our Foo Flame.
Well, fancy meeting you.
Could have sworn there was a page. Ah. There you go.
Revelio.
Be right there, Sebastian. I'm just going to check around a few things. Man, I'm getting a bunch of pages in this hall. Now I'm going to show you something hilarious up here. Scorch marks. Apparently this is the first successful casting of Bombarda. It's just human-shaped scorch marks. Hilarious. Sebastian, my friend.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge.
Kiva, lovely to see you. Want to go see Hogsmeade?
To accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
Yes, it is.
I haven't left the castle.
Honestly, it is. He's looking a bit Tom Bakery.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
Alright, we're definitely getting our wand in this stream. That was my intention. And I believe the Ollivander here is the same one from the movie. As my buddy told me that apparently he's like 900 years old. I'm like, okay. Alrighty then. I want a Thestral as a mount, but I am not paying the $20 for the Dark Arts pack. I'm just not. Like, if it had some extra stuff, maybe, but it's just a mount and some cosmetics, and you get access to an arena. I'm like, that's cool, but that's not $20 cool. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I don't willy-nilly spend money because, you know, I don't have money.
Revelio. I was glad Professor Weasley.
So if I'm going to spend $20 on something,
as am I,
it kind of needs to be worth it for me.
Of course.
For example, Cardfight Vanguard Overdress, Dear Days. If you want to add a new pack, a new booster pack, it's $20.
Speaking of Weasley,
so I will only pay for the packs that I really want, like Clash of Heroes.
Professor wouldn't trust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded.
Revelio.
Cast it ever so
Speaking
often.
Of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
You're going to find out later why he's in the library so much.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather laceworm flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient.
By the way, when you're out in the woods like this, and out in society, you can be collecting alchemy ingredients as well. So keep your eyes out for them.
Beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Hippogriffs! I think I can get one of those as my mount as long as Lenora likes me.
Absolutely.
So I'm definitely going to make her my friend because I want a hippogriff.
Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities.
God, Sebastian is so
just past those
cocky.
ruins up ahead.
But I appreciate him.
Have you had much
Honestly, I
of a
feel
chance
like
to
my
explore
character
the
looks
castle?
more like a teacher than he does a
little.
student.
It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell him.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
So yeah, just a reminder that the only people that can see Thestrals are people who have experienced and seen death. So because we saw that George guy get eaten,
Mr. Moon.
we saw death.
He's the Hogwarts caretaker.
So we can see the
Looks a bit worse for
Thestrals.
wear. Hello, Mr. Moon.
And
You met our new 5th year.
Sebastian can see them too.
You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow.
And you're gonna find out later
Is everything
why.
all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Demi guys. Ugly and hairy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
So you did.
Guys, I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at home.
So he's telling us his sister is sick.
Revelio.
First Hogmead's page.
Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place.
And hello there,
I
Mr.
don't know if it's
Vook.
the shops
Hope
or
you're
the
doing
people,
great
but
too.
there's
Always
just
glad to
something
see
about
people
those
on the
walls.
stream.
We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
Honestly, I love Hogsmeade. I would totally live here if I lived in the Wizarding World. A town for wizards and witches. It's really awesome. And it's so
How
cute.
would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get. A wand and some other bits.
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished.
Alright, so let's get ourselves to Ollivanders. And we've now unlocked the Hogsmeade map.
Revelio.
First things first, Ollivanders. Because it was my intention to get our wand before ending the stream today. Oh, that looks cool. Fingerless gloves. There we are. Doctor! So let's talk to Mr. Ollivander.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you.
Good God, that mustache must take so
Just a
long to
moment,
take
please.
care of.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new 5th-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure.
Just keeps his
I
wand
was
in his
one
ear.
in the world.
Yeah, let's put a really powerful
pleasure
magic
to meet
tool right next to our brain. That's a
come
great
with me.
idea.
Let's find you the perfect one, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try.
By the way, this man has no practice range. He just lets students unleash magic in his very small shop.
How odd.
Not a really great idea, but I appreciate the man. He's got great confidence. Okay.
Well, this isn't a good
So maybe
match at
not
all,
that
is it?
wand.
We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness.
I would say maybe not that wand either.
This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
And this lets us build our own wand. Alright, so let's start out with wands, the wand style. We got notched, classic, soft spiral,
How intriguing.
stalk, which is what I'm using in my playthrough, ringed, crooked spiral, and natural.
Curious indeed.
I kind of like the notched, so let's go with this.
How intriguing.
Go with the warm brown. Let's go with the wood.
How intriguing.
I went with rowan wood in my playthrough because rowan is considered a very magical tree. Let's go with maple this time.
How intriguing.
I'll go with a foot long like I did in my playthrough.
Curious indeed.
And we'll go with supple. Next. Alright, dragon heartstrings produce powerful magic. Can be a little unstable. Unicorn hair
A unicorn hair
is
wand
consistent.
is most reliable and faithful to its owner.
Phoenix feather is very rare. It provides a great range of magic. Phoenix is what I went with in my playthrough.
How intriguing.
Let's go with unicorn hair.
What do you think? Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Nice.
Indeed. Treat it well, and you shall find no more dependable a wand than one with a unicorn hair core. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
I really need to get myself a wand.
Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again, if ever I can be of further assistance.
Alright, let's go ahead and... There it is, yeah. Let's equip this because it looks cool. Our checkerboard. Few things in our inventory. Clear this out. There's a lot of pages to discover in Hogsmeade, so always keep your eye out for it. Very nice. All right. Excellent. Mr. Ollivander, it's been a pleasure. Well, all right. We now have access to our wand. And it's looking pretty. Alright, so this is where we're going to cut it off for now. I'll try to come back later with another episode. Went a little longer because I wanted to get to Hogsmeade and I wanted to get us our wand. But I really need to use the restroom and I have some company soon. So until next time, this has been your wintry neighborhood Winterspell. Reminding you all to stay frosty. Really excited I get to show you guys this, and I will see you in the next video.